Wow.
Okay, I'm live. You're live? Is Noctis live?
Wow. Fuck. Wait, no. Fuck. Ah! What is she doing? Why is she making a face? She's not being Greek. You're not allowed in here, sweeter. Go away. Be gone. He's just staring at me.
Oh my god, she is live. She is live.
It's Jover.
Okay, we're gonna raid Noctis. Let's go.
It's Jover.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and raid Noctis, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Appreciate everything you do. I'm getting sleepy. We're gonna raid my kid from everything. The absolute fucking chaos. I love it. Yeah.
It's over. It's so Jover.
Here we go. We're rating her.
It's Jover.
Everybody say stinky. Stinky in chat. Stinky cheese. Thank you, sweetie.
This
stinky cheese.
Bitch.
Great. Here, hold on. Let's do.
This utter bitch. She knows that I know. Wow.
Okay. That is our raid message. Our raid message. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and raid her. We're unable to raid Noctis at the time. Did she fucking?
It's Jover. We did it. We broke her.
You did, or you can't raid people. Anyway. How do I fix? You have to go in your settings.
God damn it.
Fix.
I wanna die.
Yes, fix.
Fuck. Oh, god damn it.
Black rating.
Oh, fuck me. Oh no.
The raid has been created. Okay, it's rating now. We're rating. Can you believe? Okay.
Wait, no, that's me. Oh no. Oh Christ. Wah. 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 Okay, we did it, boys. We fucking did it. I don't know why I'm doing this, but we did it. And here, I can just do this so I can flick off. Okay, there's gonna be no more delay now because I had a delay on because I had the capture card mic on and now it's just a normal mic, so now it should be fine. Fuck you. Okay. What did you want? Don't. Where's the fucking bathtub? No, you're mean to me. I don't want to hear it. Um. I might have to manually just give you the bathtub. Show some cheeks. Oh no. Um. Bathtub's pretty good. There. Now you guys get some lo-fi in the background. I really should get banned, honestly. Okay, so I don't actually know what's gonna work if we do any redemptions and stuff. Zeroldo may work. Next stream, it only takes like 10 minutes of work. I just don't want to be fucked to do it tonight. Anyways, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Why am I doing this? So Brillows wants a jar of little men. A jar of little men. Featuring a happy little fucking chibi Athena. Look at that. Look at that little cute. And a cute little fucking napalm grenade for Brillows' house to blow up to. Don't we love that? So I have to scroll through somebody's chat messages to see what colors they wanted. You wanted Medusa, Frost, Persephone, and Wes. You still don't have floors? Bitch, what do you mean? You levitating around your house? What's going on? Who is she? Okay, I don't know what the fuck I said. Bitch, I'm flying people out. I don't want to hear it. I ain't made of cheese nor money. I've got tots. I still genuinely have a fuck ton of tots. I don't know how they keep on materializing. Nobody fucking eats them, and yet more seem to keep on amassing. Okay. Okay, so you wanted... I have to do my little translator here, because I have like 3 different names for these colors, because I'm stupid. So you wanted... Girl, you wanted all the shit that's at the end of the list. You actually wanted all this shit that's hard to find. How dare you? Okay, so you wanted... And I have pants on, don't worry. You wanted... Frost. Okay, so then we also wanted... You wanted grass, which is frost. Okay, so you wanted grass. That one also doesn't work right now, but that will next time as well. Nothing's gonna work because everything is terrible and I'm bad. And you wanted Medusa. Medusa is pastel green. You weren't kidding about liking all the pastels though. You really... It's not a bad thing. It's just you really like nailed all the pastels that I really have. Except, oh, there it is. I don't know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I like the colors you chose. The only one that I'm interested to see, because these 3 colors look really nice right now, I'm quite curious to see how the pink you chose is going to mesh around with that. I don't think it'll look that bad, but I guess we'll have to see. Okay, I got your 3 colors, your 4 colors. I'll take a picture of it on my cell phone for you, so that way you can have an actual photo instead of what you're seeing on the camera. Should not be doing this after work, and yet here I am. Honestly. If you think you want to do different shades, you're welcome to do that. It's not final until I start folding them, so, you know, go right ahead. So, I have to tell a lot of stories now. And I love my lipstick is coming off. That's pretty good. We got the green. Nope, it's gonna make me work. Okay, so I have a bunch of stories to tell about Mr. Colton. Who, if I tried hard enough, I probably could do a summoning circle and summon him right now. Which is not helping me beat the witch accusations right now. Okay, so. Woman, hello? Witch? Hello? 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 Okay, and then we're just gonna fly. God damn it. I'm a sad witch. Oh, actually, before we get into some stories, do you guys want to meet my man, Fuckass? Think it over very carefully before you decide if you want to meet. I love good Fuckass. Okay, you're in for some Fuckass. Fuckass is amazing, and he's gonna be my new stream mascot. Introducing Fuckass. You might be asking yourself, why did you name him Fuckass? And I think there's a very simple, obvious answer why. I love the immediate realization from Brillo's of going, oh, he looks so sweet. And then the immediate reveal of his good fuckable ass, in your own words. Okay. So hear me out. I also have to send my stream to my coworker. Okay, no. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Okay, so I went thrifting with a coworker of mine, a lovely little man, and we were driving to some thrift stores. And it was already like a wicked time going out with him because we're sitting there fucking goddamn singing our little hearts out to some really fucking chaotic song choices. And just having a swell fucking time. Oh no, Red's already here. Oh god. It's Jover. This is Red. Red is the fucking cohort in the fuck-assing. So we were driving, and Red went down a random neighborhood street to get where we were going. And just out of the blue, there was just this weird furry object on the side of the road. And it was immediately caught my eye. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And as soon as he started getting closer to it, I was like, Red, pull over the goddamn car. And I jumped out in the fucking rain. And I just saw it was a fucking bear. And I don't remember exactly what our things were, but it was like, why did someone throw this out? And I think we just sort of maneuvered him around and we were just like, oh, that's why. And then it just sort of got blurted out of like what his name was. And I was like, he's Fuck-Ass the Bear. And he is now just indeed Fuck-Ass the Bear. Terrible. So anyways, Red's also going to get a fucking earful about the man in the bathtub right now, so this will be fun. Oh god, okay. So, Sweeter I know is already in for this and has already been formally introduced to the entity that is the Blob. Allow me to give everyone a nice firm introduction to the most powerful human on this planet. Look at that man. Look at that utter fucking dynamite of a human. Look at that incomprehensible fucking roundness. I described him last week as a man that has defeated geometry. He can't be stopped. Okay, bitch, why you leaking DMs? Huh, bros? Huh? Huh? It's gonna be a lot of stories and a lot of succession. It feels like every time I stream it's something Colton adjacent. The thing is, there's a lot of pictures I'd like to post, but I can't because they're all very TOS. No, he's not peaceful. Here, he can hang out with fuck ass. How are we gonna do this? Make it his light. Okay, hold on. Flip. No, flip. Oh. Oh. Wait, Red doesn't know about the to be continued. Somebody do it. Do it. Do it with good timing. Here, I'll make it. We're getting there. It's happening. He's presiding over his goddamn funeral. Help. He's Spider-Manning, okay? He's fine. Okay. So this is Colton. Oh, for fuck's sake, woman. Well, you did do it anyway, so that's all that matters. Anyways, so Colton I have known for like 14 years. As I just told about on today's stream, I met him on PlayStation, and his dad signed up his PlayStation account. And during his dad signing up his PlayStation account, there was, of course, a name being necessary. And for whatever reason, his dad just put in an M-O, so Mo, and then he just typed a bunch of the digits of his fucking social security number. So that has been his PlayStation account to this very day, 14 odd years later. And that's already an amazing introduction to this lovely beast of a man. But if that's not bad enough, Colton grew up in the middle of bumfuck ass Oklahoma, so a lot of that should be like in consideration of the stories you're about to hear. When he was a young child, he got his tip of his finger chopped off, got it reattached, so it's okay, but it happened. He got scalding hot fucking tea poured on him. He got fucking shot. He got stabbed. He has rolled multiple ATVs. He is like a human fucking, like that thing of, that 3D render of the person that can survive the car accident. That is him. He has fallen off a roof. He has Kool-Aid manned his way through a literal fucking wall. Like, just straight up, right through one. He has fucking, taken sledgehammers and, like, destroyed a home from the inside by destroying its support beams. He has lit a house on fire. He has lit that house on fire and then bulldozed it into a fucking pit. All of this before he's, like, 16 years old. And, you know, he is he's quite an energy, to say the least, with all of that already in mind. Then you get into him, like, really. Then you get him to, like, being familiar with me and kind of falling into my bubble and where all that ends up. And it's a lot of, like, me having to be his mom and being like, let's not get shot or stabbed or fucking pushed off a roof today, right? And, of course, like, I'm never successful. And, you know, he's a lot on any given basis. So there's, like, 70 different stories you can choose from, all different energies and different chaotic feelings. So I think we'll start with one that I think Sweeter is fond of. The thing that he does inside of his truck that he drives in day to day. Now, he is a dirty person in regards to, like, the cleanliness of his home, the cleanliness of his car, XYZ. But not in the way that you think. He's not a hoarder. He's not like, here's my mountain of fucking McDonald's trash bags. It's none of that. He has a particular fondness for hoarding very acutely specific things. Not from the fundamental desire of, I must hoard, but from a motivation in mind. So with all that being said, let me introduce you to the funniest goddamn thing you will ever... It's close. It's very close. So, he likes driving in his truck all the fucking time. That's what he does. He just soups up his truck indefinitely, and he just drives that sucker to the ends of the earth. He had me on a video call at one point, and I saw something very acutely interesting about his rear view mirror. I saw a bunch of shit dangling from it. And I was like, Colton, what's going on there? And, you know, he glibly brings it up, and he's like, oh, it's just... And I was like, no, what do you mean it's just... And, you know, a whole thing became of it, and then he just made a joke out of it. And then he started showing me pictures of the rest of his fucking car a couple days later, and it was a lot. So without further ado, let me introduce you to one of the strangest things you'll ever see this week. He has over 600 air fresheners in his car. Okay. So here's the thing. He likes being a dickhead to me to get a rise out of me, because that's just sort of saying, look at them, look at them, look at them. I just noticed, I forgot they were in the background. What they doing? Poor Ventus. Hello. What he doing? Ah. Rescue him. Rescue. Good enough. Okay, so we're getting intimate with Colton over Colton over here. So he likes being a dickhead just to fucking piss me off and get a rise out of me. So after I learned about the air fresheners, he started straight up buying air fresheners like every day he went to the gas station. He would get something innocuous, like, oh, I'm gonna go in and grab a soda. And it's like when he's there, he would grab more air fresheners just to piss me off. And, you know, it'd be like 5 in the morning, too. And here's the thing about it. The air fresheners came in a 2-pack. They came in a 2-pack. We did their research on it. They're meant to last like 5 months. They last like maybe 2 months if the weather that you're in is very hot, because, you know, fair enough, science. And since he's in Oklahoma, let's be considerate and say, like, okay, they last 2 months a pop. Despite that, my man still has 600 of the bastards. Now, in common Colton stories, as you'll hear, there's always a fucking second shoe to drop. And he did all of that, and then, like, maybe a month or so later, he had a guy fucking T-bone his truck. Now his passenger door doesn't fucking shut to his truck. So the fucking smell of the air freshener just goes... So then you get to, he was finally going to be an adult. He was going to be a big boy at long last. So he wanted to live out in a camper or an RV, whatever you fancy. And he was going to run that and do that whole powwow. And he really doesn't have a tendency to take care of himself without much motivation and much, you know, fuss from me. And so he was like, okay, I'll get this RV, I'll invest in all that, and I have the brilliant idea. I know what I'll do for food. He thought, I'm going to buy an air fryer, which is like certainly in vogue right now and very popular. And he did just that. And it's like, okay, cool, no problem. Get an air fryer, you're living in a fucking RV that probably doesn't have an oven, go off. He then was like, okay, this is cool and all, but I don't think it's going to be sufficient for what I need it for. So he ended up fucking buying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goddamn air fresheners. 6 air fryers. Because, and I quote, well, if I have multiple, I can cook more things at once. At no point did he pay any consideration for the fact that he has like maybe 4 fucking outlets in that entire camper, let alone doesn't have the voltage necessary for all of that. So by the time he already did it and went through with it, he only used 1 and never even was fucked to open the other 5. At no point did it cross his mind, maybe I should return these, maybe I should seek a refund, maybe I should resell them. No point did any of that cross his mind. He still has them to this day. Still in the box, still in perfect condition. Now, we are far from the fucking worst of it. There was an infamous time where he fucking kind of casually revealed to us that he cannot fit in a fucking bathtub. This is mirrored, I don't like this. He told us that he just can't fit in a fucking bathtub. So that's a thing. And it is true, he just cannot fit in a fucking bathtub. So now there's a bunch of like pictures, and we made an extended universe out of pictures involving him. Like there's a genuine Colton cinematic universe. And a lot of it is not safe for work simply because he likes having his shirt off often. So I'm not even gonna fucking goddamn run the risk. Not even trying. So all of them he cannot fit. He is like 6'7" and like 390, but he's not like fat. He's just fucking stacked. He is just a very large person. Larger than life personality at that. He is a lot. You watch any number of the clips on his Twitch channel, it hits you like a fucking perfume store. Like watching him. See, this is the thing, bro. Is you think you're bad at video games? This is a good segue. Perfect. Colton has played nothing but Call of Duty for the last like 14 odd years, and I mean straight up like nothing but. If you say, "Hey Colton, do you want to play an RPG?" He'll fucking think it's a rocket launcher. No, we're getting to that, bitch. Oh, I know what you're. Oh, I know. We're getting to that. So he just would constantly do that and nothing else. I would always instigate him and go, "Hey Colton, why don't you try something new?" He would spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on new games on PlayStation and just play it once, not even get past the tutorial. Genuinely. He would not get past the tutorial for these games and just say, "No, it's not for me." He saw the video game, which we'll get around to because, oh my god, it's the funniest thing in the world. Didn't get past the tutorial, said, "This thing sucks." That was 2009. He bought it for $60 the month it came out. Then, he fucking bought Saw 2, the video game, when that arrived in 2011. Same month it came out, $60, didn't beat the tutorial, never touched it again. At no point yet again do refunds even exist in his head. He used to do like the Tom Sawyer thing, which is to say tricking me into doing work for him. He likes getting achievements or trophies, if you will, on games. There's no deeper explanation I can provide you other than he just likes them. There's really nothing I can explain that will make it make sense. It just will not, because what I'm about to say next is about to make you really get confused. He wants me to go onto his account and he wants me to get trophies and achievements on his behalf. He has purchased games expressly with the intent of him never touching it a single time, and only me playing it on his behalf on his account so he can get the trophies for it. Trophies on PlayStation have no fucking use whatsoever. It's like even less of a use than they have on like Nintendo Switch. You can't do anything with the gamer score or achievement score or whatever. There's no fundamental necessity for it. He is not a bragging person. He is not taking that as false credit. He does not like go, "Hey, look at all these trophies I've fucking gotten," to random strangers that I'm not familiar with. He doesn't do any of that. He just like number go up. I can't give you any more logic. I don't know what of it exists. It is like a block of void when you start trying to understand him. He's amazing. That being said, I have gotten him like 100% completion, like maybe 40 odd games, that he is not even fucking remember the name of the damn game's title. So, he loved Call of Duty, and the one game he actually did complete and finish is the funniest thing, because, I mean, look no further than this macho machismo man, and just this male bravado. His favorite game on Earth is Life is Strange. It has made him cry buckets and buckets of tears. He loves Life is Strange. It is the funniest goddamn thing. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm certainly not going to be one, I mean, hello. I'm not going to be one to talk shit about that. But it is something really profoundly fucking funny about the fact that this man likes the little queer love story game. It's so good. He has tried to fucking get into confrontations with me and tried to convince me to let him log on to my PlayStation account so he can play Life is Strange and get all the trophies on my behalf. Because frankly, he just wants an excuse to replay it. That's just how he is. We're not done. Sweeter already spoiled it. You, my little lady, talk a lot of mad shit about yourself. You fucking lack of confidence person. Red, I love you. You're wonderful. So he has never played anything, and he ended up finally getting convinced by me to play fucking Dark Souls. That was a really good screenshot. Anyway, god damn it, shut up. So, I just almost put my fucking face in fuck ass. So we got Colton to do Dark Souls, which, can you imagine what I just told you, right? The guy that has played nothing but Call of Duty for his whole lifetime, he's okay at it, by the way, like, you would certainly hope. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what an RPG is, doesn't really have a lot of games that he's played that are like third person per se, and all of this, and we just throw him right into the fucking hellhole and just we just throw him right into Dark Souls, and we did it. And I can say without any lies or any storytelling here, he did genuinely beat Dark Souls 1. He did it in a very fair way, I should say, which is to say he didn't really take any shortcuts. He didn't take any fucking shall we say cheats. He didn't even really do co-op. So he really did it the most bare bones, bare knuckles, bloody way possible. And he did do it. Sweeter has seen in the footage. And let me tell you, it took me a half an hour just to get him to try to do the fucking tutorial. Because he couldn't understand the idea of pressing the triangle button and pressing R1 at the same time. That man beat Dark Souls in maybe 20 hours. To which I say, what's your excuse? So, the Dark Souls 1 is all on stream. It's a lot. There's just a lot of energy in it at every minute. And then after we did Dark Souls 1, we were like, alright, bitch, you think you're a man? You're playing Dark Souls 3 now. And Dark Souls 3 is infinitely more difficult. It is easier in so much as the game is just better. It's very Kingdom Hearts 1 versus Kingdom Hearts 2. Where it's yes, Kingdom Hearts 2 is harder than 1, but it's also easier than 1 because you are more powerful, and it just frankly feels better to play. So, So all that to say, he's still currently going through Dark Souls 3. There's already been some pretty infamous moments. There has been times where I started playing the Monster Mash, yes, that song, the Monster Mash, during the stream, and he just gets a violent reaction out of me. And he was like, he literally threatened to beat me to death because I was playing the fucking Monster Mash. So, it's been a time. Like I said, he genuinely can't do that. I'm gonna just dead name myself. So my name used to be Christian, like the religion, and Colton always used to take the path of least resistance, and would just refer to me as Chris. Okay, no problem. Maybe 1 or so odd years ago, we asked him to try to spell my name, because watching him spell in text chats and text messages is remarkable. He can spell Chris. He can do it. C-H-R-I-S. Easy. He says Jesus a lot in text. Like, he says, like, oh, Jesus, fuck you. Or, oh, Jesus Christ. So on and so forth. He does that. It happens. So then, a thought popped into our heads of like, hey, Colton, can you spell Jesus Christ? And he was like, oh, sure. J-E-S-U-S. And then we were like, okay, Colton, now how do you spell Christ? And he's just silent for a minute. And I was like, okay, Colton, we'll help you out. Sound it out. Christ. And then we kept it going. And then I was like, okay, Colton, it's Chris, but with 1 extra letter. It must have gone on for a good 3 or 4 minutes of just looping him around and going like, Colton, it's 1 fucking letter. Sound it out. Christ. And after like egging him on for a minute, there was just silence of him just thinking. And then finally, with his big southern yeehaw ass fucking voice, he just fucking goddamn like we're all sitting there on the call just kind of fucking goofing on him, and he just like tries to say something to barrel out loud so he shuts us up and talk over us. So he just hits us with a loud southern T. It was like a fucking foghorn hitting your fucking ears, and just like him finally going, oh god damn it. It was a fucking T. And it was like, oh no. And so he also foolishly, part of this story is I have access to everything. I have access to his bank account info, his cell phone plan, his Spotify, his Facebook, his Skype, his Discord, his Gmail, his everything. It's a long story. And so after that happened, I went onto his Facebook and I changed his name to TT. I'm a terrible person. It's fine. So I have access to his Spotify. So sometimes when he's driving around the road and shit, and like he's listening to Spotify on his phone and it's playing through the speakers of his car, I will just start fucking blasting at full volume the Monster Mash. That is why he hates the Monster Mash, by the way. That is my chosen song to fucking devastate him with. Genuinely, he'll be listening to like some fucking rap or something like totally off the spectrum of everything. And then just next thing you know, just all you hear is just like cauldron boiling and you hear the fucking Monster Mash coming in at you. And every time without fail it happens, I get like a text message from him like 1 minute later telling me to go fuck myself. Then you get, I've gone on his Spotify. He has over 6,000 playlists now on Spotify because he did not know how to like a song. So he just said, I'm going to make 6,000 playlists instead. And every playlist is just 1 song inside of it. And he will genuinely sit there and scroll through all 6,000 until he finds the one he's looking for. He's a lot. I love him. Then you get to the bagels. So I was on a call with him, and his brother was living with him at the time. And his brother was in the background doing something or other, and of course Colton and him start just talking about shit, whatever. And of course, me being the little sassy bitch that I am, I'm like, tell your brother he's fucking stinky. And he tells his brother he's stinky and, whatever, runs off. And then I was just curious, and I was like, oh, what did your brother need anyways? And he was like, oh, he just went to the kitchen to grab a bag of bagels. And frankly, being my autistic self, I'm like, what do you mean a bag of bagels? Like, what is the concept of this bag you speak of? And, I got an answer that was, like, as glib and as, like, nonchalant as anything. And he just goes, oh, what? He went to the kitchen and he grabbed a bag of bagels. And I was like, was it just, like, one bagel in there? Or was it, like, the last of the bagels? Like, I've never heard anyone refer to it as grabbing a bag of bagels. He genuinely went to the kitchen to grab a sleeve of 6 fucking bagels. And then he retreated into his bedroom with a bag of 6 fucking bagels. And the more I found out about this, the more fucking terrified I was. Because this whole premise fucking frightens me tooth and nail. They eat bagels like they eat fucking potato chips. I don't just mean like they will grab a bagel or two, cream cheese it, and then seclude themselves into their bedroom. I mean, they will straight up just like sort of fucking, barbarian their way into the fucking goddamn kitchen, grab a fucking bag like a fucking Viking princess and throw it over their fucking shoulder and then just retreat into their damn den. It is maddening. That's what I'm saying. What did Michael just break my head with? What is happening? I'll break terms of service. I'll play Monster Mash. I'll do what all you cowards can't. It'll be the perfect backing track for what I'm about to say next. Okay, so. It's going to be really scuffed audio, but it's okay. I'm not treating this stream very seriously. This was just a whim. Okay, so what ended up happening was we started really getting into the bagel lore and the bagel discussion because I was just beside myself. As someone who frankly forgets to eat all fucking day, hello, and all of this concept of just brazenly rampaging a bag of bagels is just so beyond my fucking concept of understanding. And so I started talking to him about it, and I was like, so what happens? Like, how fast do you run out of bagels and have to go to the store for fucking bagels? And he's like, oh, we go to the store, and we get, like, 6, 7, 8 bags of bagels whenever we go. And, I call bullshit. But just to fast forward a part of the story here, a week or so later, he took me on a fucking phone call, a video call, to the store, and he, sure enough, did an actual casual shop like he would do any other fucking shop, and he did, in fact, buy 7 bags of goddamn bagels. I am a very anxious person. Surprise. I am a very neurotic person. Surprise. And, cue the transition. Bitch, what you asking what bagels he got? Cue the transition discourse here about passing in public and whatever, and the anxieties that go along with that. All that to say, I'm a very nervous little ghoul when I get out in public. And yet, you have this man going out in public, casually just fucking double-barreling fucking bags of bagels over his fucking shoulders, just being like, yeah, what of it? And he likes a lot. I know he likes cinnamon raisin. He likes spicy bagels with, like, I guess it was like cinnamon, cinnamon spicy. His big thing that we learned about was he has like 18 flavors of cream cheese. There is like not much else in that refrigerator other than fucking different sachets of cream cheese. It is wild to take a peek into that fridge. Like, he has like cases of like beverages. Bitch, you want to do the cinnamon challenge? He has like sachets and cartons of like Gatorades and like energy drinks and like sodas and whatever. He doesn't put them in his fucking fridge. He likes them room temperature and he just hides them under his bed under a pile of clothes. It's maddening. But getting back to the bagels again, I have a recording of us going through it. Because sometimes I like recording those little silly fucking moments of that stuff happening. And I do have a recording of, like, me literally, like, on the verge of tears and, like, going full on, tears coming out of my face and fucking going into my mouth and, like, snot and everything. Because I'm just, like, so in disbelief of this man and his bagel enthusiasm. Then there's this part where he, like, I swear to God, I have the photos to fucking prove it. Oh, we're finding it too. This is a gross picture. It's not that big of a deal. I guess we're playing Beetlejuice soundtrack now. We're really breaking TOS now. Oh. Oh, here we go. So, he literally, for years of his life, never thought to open a bagel with a fucking knife. I know this is going to sound implausible, but I assure you this was a fucking epiphany moment for him. He always tore the bagel asunder, and most of the time that was the result. And yes, he would spread the cream cheese. You might be going, well, okay, what did he spread the cream cheese with if it wasn't a fucking knife? Or, like, he was foreign to the concept of knives. He spreads the cream cheese with a goddamn spoon. At no point in his life did he ever consider, I should use a knife to open it and spread the fucking cream cheese. He is a monster. I fucking yelled at him one day because I was really pissed at the state of his house because he was living in an apartment building, which, yes, means we're going to segue into he's in the system moment. I was pissed that he didn't have shit he should have had. So I was like, Colton, so help me God, you're taking this fucking shopping list and you're going to go to the store and you're going to buy this crap. One thing he needed was a plunger. So he bought the plunger, and then he decided to be a dickhead in his usual fashion. And he fucking took a bunch of pictures of the fucking plunger around his house like a fucking fashion shoot. That's how much of an asshole he is to me. The fucking plunger got around town, okay? He likes eating corn dogs. He likes eating corn dogs without the stick. He removes the stick before they're even in the microwave. So, ask your questions there. He likes having a hot plate. Except it's not actually a hot plate. It is something you both may be familiar with. It is called a PlayStation 4. He genuinely puts his fucking paper plate food atop his PlayStation 4. I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna have all these follow-up questions and all these mysteries. You're not gonna get any fucking answers. He chugs hot sauce by the fucking bottle. He stores his tires in his closet that have no fundamental fucking necessity. He put his laptop underneath of those tires. And this is just the chaotic, stupid shit he gets up to. There's a lot I can't explain. Some of it's TOS. Oh, I know a good one. The Speedwagon story is very funny. I don't know if I talked about the Speedwagon story last time either. I might have. Okay. So, we have another fellow person that we're all mutually friends with. And I have to sort of see if I can't wait for Brillos to come back so they can hear this. They're making everything difficult. Oh. Speedwagon's gonna comfort us today. This is so fucking whack. So, we have a mutual friend, Noodle. Actually, no, fuck it. I'm gonna make weird shit for bros to come back with. This is what she gets for running away. We're constructing something. It's happening. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's going places. There. That's her husband, though. Ah! Jesus, Pitbull. Can I not just... Oh, drats. I guess they're gonna be stuck at that size for a minute. This is all Bros' fault. In the meantime, I'm very curious to see if this will even work, so I guess it'll be cool to try it. Uh-oh. Put paper rolls?
Swish. 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 Swish.
Here, fuck you. I know, because it's not working. What do you mean no one else is playing? In the meantime, you get to see all the fun art stuff I've been making, because I get to show off. And I get to rant about how manic, man, that was a term I used, manic it is. Anyways, look how cute this is. Good, I'm glad that one had no audio, because that would have almost just smoked your ears. Hopefully that wasn't loud. But yeah, that was a cute little Instagram thing I made. Because I have stupid shit to make. What if I replace the file? So this is what I've been making on my Instagram, and why I'm mad with Madarasu. We had to wait for you. Anyways, this is what I'm making for my perlers and why I'm out of the Materasu. Because I wanted to list all the perlers that I've already made, and I had no idea how to do it. So I decided to do this. Your fiance is cool, and I love them. I was gonna make fun of him, but no, actually, I like him, unlike I like you. Because you're stinkier. Spunk gate. Fucking hell. And Brillo's already saw those. Look how fucking cute that is. I spent way too much time on that than I care to admit. They can't copyright me. Yes, this is the color choices. This is the color choices I have for all the jars, and this is how Brillo's chose what color she was feeling. So Medusa is right there. And I just had to fucking list all the colors. I didn't have to do anything so ridiculous like this. But I think, as you people have already learned by now, that's just how it be with me. And that, I don't know, that was just kind of flying by the fucking seat of my ass. Minute to minute, how I designed everything. I tried to make not any objects repeat too much. It was a bad time. I finished that shit at like 5 in the morning last night. All I have to say, I really do need to start streaming again. But look how fucking cute that one is. Anyways. Yeah. Song of the Ancients is cool. Fuck it, that's what we're doing. We're playing Song of the Ancients. You can't copyright it. It's video game music. It's Jover. Okay. Bilbo Baggins. Are you ready for the most chaotic part of the fucking Colton story? The bageling. Bilbo Baggins, yeah, I've fucking used that against her enough times by now. So, Bagel Boy kept doing all that stuff that I kept telling you about. I can still taste my lipstick. So, he has a fondness for bagels. He didn't have a plunger. Oh, the Speedwagon, that was where we were. So, we have a mutual friend named Noodle. Noodle is aptly named because Noodle looks like Noodle from the Gorillas. So, Noodle will be, shall be, a massive JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fan. So much so that they fucking created a, have a good one, old man Michael J. You're missing all of the horrible stuff, so probably for the best for your mental health. So, and thank you for coming by though. So, Noodle became Speedwagon. Speed. It's hurting my head. So Noodle has a Speedwagon cosplay that they made, and Colton caught wind of that and knew about that and saw it and all that good stuff. Colton innocently fucking asked me one day, sent me a photo, just middle of the day. Is that Speedwagon? He wasn't like making a joke. He just genuinely has no point of reference for anime, no point of reference for JoJo, let alone, and nothing. And he genuinely just took a picture of his television of Malcolm McDowell in probably something I don't know, and was like, yeah, is that Speedwagon? Like, I see the, I see the energy, but like, I know, but, it's cute, but it's silly. So then we finally get to, he's in the system, which I think is one of his more profound moments. So Colton came on a call one day, and right out of the gate he was like, sorry it took me to get on so long, and he was like all exhausted and exasperated, and he was just like he wasn't like fucking angry or grumpy or anything, but he was also kind of like, today he's just kind of suck dick energy. And they were like, why, what happened? And he said, our goddamn toilets are fucking broken. And I was like, whoa, what? And he went, yeah, the entire fucking building's plumbing is fucking destroyed. And it's like, even more, like, with every passing breath he takes, it's like, boy, what have you done? And he just hits us with a fucking... Genuinely, it was like all of us in the call were simultaneously clamoring over each other, going like, what the fuck did you do? And all of us are, of course, firing in the quick jokes before he responds of like, what did you do? Take a massive shit and, whatever. And he just, like, paused for a second, and he just had a really exasperated thing, and he went, LeBron James. And, like, he really did just pause. He wasn't saying that as, like, he didn't say that as, like, he was building up a bit. Colton is a very funny person, and he is very intelligent, and he knows how to, like, craft jokes and shit, but this was not one of those times. This was one of those times where he was just answering genuinely what we were asking him. And he did just with his full chest. No funny voice, no nothing. Just a firm and exasperated, like, I fucking hate that guy. LeBron James. And then, of course, you have all of us fucking going wild in the call. Going, what the fuck do you mean, LeBron James? And it's like, of course, we're dunking on him and making fun of him for a good minute or so before he can even get a word in. And then Colton finally, like, gets the silence in the room he needs to answer all of our clamoring questions. And he just goes, he's in the system. And then it's like, yet again, boy, what do you mean he's in the system? And it was like, literally like 3 minutes of trying to fucking get an answer out of him. Of what do you mean LeBron James is in the system? And he finally... He's not doing it intentionally. He just is answering the question. He's just being a little, single-minded. So he finally answered, and he gave us the answer. And the answer was, he had a bunch of kids that he was staying with. Excuse me. They were staying with him, rather. Because his brother was dating a woman who had children of her own. And, they were shacking up together. And, Colton was friends with them and took good care of them and whatever. And there's lore there as well. And one afternoon, they somehow located the scissors, which they had to be hidden from, because both of them found it profoundly fun shaving each other's heads. One is like 9, one is like 5 years old, and they are just hellfire. Literally finding pleasure in shaving each other's heads. That's crazy. And so they found the scissors that were hidden, and then they fucking did a ritualistic sacrifice for LeBron James. It was a LeBron James McDonald's toy commemorating Space Jam 2. And they fucking tortured him. And then they flushed him down the system in the apartment building toilet. And it broke the entire building's fucking toilet infrastructure. And a couple months as that was unfolding and unfolded, he told us that there were still parts of LeBron James in the system. He's in the system. And that's become like a fucking thing we quote all the time. We'll just randomly find ways to just say, I'm in the system. He's in the system. There's like a bug in a game and it's just like, oh, that's me, I'm hacking you, I'm in the system. Go ahead, you're part of it now. Now that you have the lore, you're welcome. Go ahead. He's in the system. It's not even the worst of it. Like, this is literally like, it's like every minute to minute with Colton. Oh my god. He's remarkable. Really, if you watch any of those videos of those Dark Souls streams, he is a fucking energy. He is a fireball. He is the quickest witted person you'll ever meet in your fucking life. He is dangerously quick and funny. The funny part is, though, that he's very prolifically lazy. And he is also, despite being Machismo Man, he is the most insecure fucking teddy bear on the fucking planet Earth. And that's where the Life is Strange thing comes in. He gives out this male bravado and male masculinity shit, but oh my god, if he's not the biggest, sweetest fucking teddy bear you ever meet in your life. He'll go above and beyond giving you the shirt off of his back. He is the anomaly, because he grew up in the South, he hates the South, and he is just nothing but a sweetie fucking pie. And he's so insecure, so miserable, whatever. He wanted to be a welder. That was his highest aspiration. But he is now epileptic, unfortunately. Do a lot of medical stuff. And unfortunately, being epileptic, you ain't fucking welding. Sorry to say. So his next best thing was just this desire to want to make people laugh. And he wants to be a stand-up comedian. Or he wants to be a male plus-size model. Because honestly, as much as of a light as I paint him in, and as much as that picture has an energy to it, he is actually a very snappy dresser. He actually, you get him in some like little dress shirts and stuff, he loves it. He is a very fucking snappy, you know, spiffy looking guy. So yeah, he's very funny. Like, he leans into the caricature of just being a chaotic entity, and he is. But simultaneously, he is the funniest, most sweetest, profoundest fucking person. Interesting. I'll have to let him know about that. So here's another funny one. He joined a call one day, and he had some sort of somber thing to say, just in the lead-in. And he was like, hey guys, I have something to tell you. And of course it's like, oh, here we go. Colton's gonna say something stupid again. And he just goes, so anyways, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and shit, and I just found out something today. Men fucking suck. And it's like, after all the vile things you hear out of that man's mouth, you're like, where is he going with this? Is this a fucking joke? And it's like, no, he's not joking. He had a moment where just completely out of his own journey in life. Because I have fucking, like, tried to mother everyone I'm around. It's just the nature of the bitch. And out of nowhere, he just went on a YouTube fucking bread tube pipeline. And he just came to the conclusion of, holy fuck, guys suck. Oh, I hope blackjack actually doesn't work. It might, god damn it. It'll be in 30 seconds if it does work. And then he fucking also delivered the funniest banger line I've ever heard out of him. He said, so you guys know, I'm a feminist. And again, you sit there and you hear all the vile things that comes out of that boy's mouth, and you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. But no, he's like, hell yeah, brother, I'm a feminist. Okay. So then you get to another segue. It is not Colton. So we'll remove the giant, lovely Colton. Goodbye, my friend. And I will introduce you to Noah. Noah, you should not have said that. He wants to get a hammer and a sickle tattoo. He has no idea about anything geopolitical other than he knows capitalism bad, and he loves the Russian fucking iconography, and he loves communism. He has a bunch of actual, genuine, bona fide decommissioned Russian surplus stuff. He is so funny. So then we introduced Noba. I spoiled it. God damn it. Noah to the scene. Noah is a lot. That is Noah. Noah is a normal fucking guy. Noah is a normal bloke. He's a silly goose. There's a lot to Noah. There's a lot to Noah. Noah was very foolish as to fall asleep one day on camera. Holy shit, that's large. This picture, as you can see, already lends itself to quite a bit of fucking goddamn openings and editings and fun things you can do with it. Such as... that one is definitely TOS, I cannot show that. There's a reason behind this one. Oh, okay, here we go. Alright, I know how to thread all these stories together. I know how to do it. It's Jover. Don't worry about it. He's happy, okay? Okay, so I've known Noah for a lifetime. He was also one of my children, so to speak. And so Noah I took under my wing and have been raising him since he was a little egg. So, oh my goodness, here we go. Noah is a very sweet person. He is a genuine guy. He is just a normal as normal person gets. But again, very sweet adjacent, no problems with him. He just can be a little silly and a little obtuse sometimes. So we love taking advantage of that. And we love gaslighting him. So I was watching a YouTube video with one of his schoolmates at the time on YouTube together. And while we were watching that YouTube video, we both fucking saw a gentleman appear in that video, and we were like, holy fuck, that looks like Noah in 10 years. And of course, it's like, I'm not going to pass up this opportunity. So I took a screenshot of the guy in the video, and I was like, hey Noah, it's you in 10 years, and I sent it to him. That little bastard didn't respond to me. And I wasn't having that. So then I sent it to him again the next day, because he didn't respond. Like, fucking how dare you, bitch, I'll send it a second time if I have to. He didn't respond again. So another day passed. I sent it the fuck again. And then I said, hey, Natalia, send that bastard that goddamn picture. And then she sent it. So now he's seen the fucking thing 4 different goddamn times and still not delivered a response to either of us. And then I turned it into a game, and I started fucking spreading it around in all of our mutual contacts, and I said, every 24 hours I want you to send this fucking picture to this fucking guy. Don't say anything. You're not allowed to fucking intimidate him. You're not allowed to go like, he's coming to get you, or anything like that. I just want you to send a picture of that bastard to him until we get a response. And if he says, why are you sending this to me? Just pretend you didn't do it. Pretend it doesn't exist. It doesn't. Just Doctor screenshots if you have to, is what I said. It went on for a good, 2 weeks. Until we finally got on a call with him. And just to really seal the deal with him, I wanted to fuck with him even further. So I got on a video camera with him. Like so. And I was sitting from a distance from my laptop. Again, like so. I had my hands like this. And I was in the call with him and Natalia. And what I ended up doing was started sending him the picture before the call. Started sending him the picture during the call. And then he was like, I know you're fucking doing it, you bastard. So I turned on my video camera. And then, like I said, I sat at a distance like so. And I just sat there with my arms folded and, doing this. And I put my phone underneath of the table that the laptop was on. And I fucking goddamn had the picture already loaded into the chat. So all I had to do was hit the send button with my big toe under the table. And fucking it would appear in the chat without me doing anything. And I did it. And at no point did he fucking goddamn consider the fact that I was using my fucking feet to send the image to him during that little believe me I'm not doing it moment. So he scrambled there for the next 5 hours with us, having his sanity quickly fucking deplete over the span of those 5 hours. Starting with, I know it's you, you fucking asshole, to, oh my god, is it a fucking virus? Did someone affect something on my PC? Is someone hacking me? Is this a Trojan? Into, it is the Russian military trying to hack into me because they think I am Obama. That is how much we fucked him up. Because he lived in Chicago, Illinois. And this was circa 2011. So you still would have had Obama in office and shit. And of course, Obama was the senator of Illinois and of course had his residency in Chicago and what have you. And so somehow he just determined that this man that was being sent to him was Russian affiliated and thought that they were hacking into Obama's house because he lived in the same city as Obama. That's how much his fucking mental health depleted in those 5 hours. He got to a point where I swear to God he shouted at the top of his lungs because he saw a fucking car outside of his apartment building just parking underneath of a streetlight adjacent to his building. And he sat there and he started fucking goddamn holding up a baseball bat and fucking goddamn had a vial of holy water. And then fucking started going, I've got holy water and a baseball bat, you motherfucker, bring it on! Hi, Glitter! Meet my boy, fuck ass. Fuck. As you can see, he is aptly named. So, it kept going on. And we started trying to fucking make him feel less bad about it and less worried. Because he got to a point where he wasn't going to sleep for school the next day. He was that concerned about it. And I started trying to make it weird, and I started turning it into a fucking case of misidentity, if you will. So I started editing captions on the picture, and it said hello, Clarence. And then it was have you fed the fish, Clarence? Just weird shit to make him think it was a case of mistaken identity. And he started accepting it and whatever. But yeah, then here's the part where it'll all make sense. He started fucking getting convinced that the gentleman we were sending to him was demonic in some way. I cannot stress it enough. It is just a man sitting there watching wearing a red shirt. And I found the image. Good. I was hoping I was not going to fuck it up at the last second. Okay, buckle up. He was convinced this man was a demonic entity. There is nothing wrong with that man. He is just a goofy, dorky, little silly-looking guy. There is nothing there's no animosity. It was just this picture. This is the exact file and everything that was sent to him like 50 fucking odd times. And that he got convinced that it was the Russian intelligence system trying to assassinate him because they thought he was Obama because, shut up, I don't know. And so he got dubbed the red shirt Russian guy. It is, of course, of no coincidence that Noah here is wearing a red fucking shirt. He joined a local fraternity at his college, and for whatever reason, they necessitated having a fucking nickname, and so he chose the nickname all these years later, the Red Shirt Russian. So he has finally embraced it at long last. And to bring it back to the sleeping photo, we have also convinced him that the character Neville on iCarly was actually not called Neville. We convinced him that his name was Noah. So then we started going, God damn it, no, you're just like Noah from iCarly. And he was like, no, there's no Noah in iCarly. And it was like, no, there's definitely a Noah in iCarly, Noah. We literally went out of our ways to fucking find screenshots of episodes, and we doctored the subtitles on it for, say, Neville and a Noah. We doctored footage of the video game, as you can see. We doctored actual fucking footage on videos and shit. And yes, at no point has this man decided, I'm just gonna Google it myself. That is the level of, caliber we're working with here. Noah has an evil twin, in so much as he is the cooler twin. I have the perfect way to deliver this, too. I'm gonna regret playing this. Everyone's gonna hate me for playing this, but it's happening. It's so over. Here we go. All of you know exactly where this is going, so just be ready. So we convinced Noah he has an evil twin named Noba. Noba was born out of a single picture of him wearing... There's no jump scare, that was it. It was born out of a picture of him wearing sunglasses. So now Noba is just the cooler evil twin. We also edited pictures of Call of Duty to make him believe that there was a character named Noah in it. So this one I need to explain. This one's a lot. So we're finally getting an explanation here. So Resident Evil 2 got a remaster in 2016 or whatever. I don't know my years anymore. And of course it was profoundly popular and became a certainly critical darling on the internet. And for those that aren't informed, in Resident Evil 2 there is a large gentleman, as you can see in that doorway, that chases you around. He is immune from damage. He is invincible. There's nothing you can do about it. The best you can do is just run, hide, and hope for the best. Noah knew nothing about Resident Evil. Barely even knew the title Resident Evil. And we finally convinced the poor man to fucking play Resident Evil. he loves horror games, he loves horror films, he loves all of that spooky, scary stuff. And he was like, oh yeah, I'll play Resident Evil. I'm not a baby. I can do this. I can take this. And the entire time I was like trying to be somewhat considerate. Because it's like, it's a new game and I don't want to fucking tease him too much. I want to be fair and like give him a little bit of some helpful stuff just so he can kind of, you know, have an easier time adjusting to something he hasn't played before. But with that, I had to also have my fun, thank you very much, and give him a little bit of some silliness. And be like, hey Noah, there's a zombie behind you, turn around. And of course, like, I'm fucking lying and it scares the shit out of him and whatever. And as soon as the game started and he was like getting killed by the first 2 zombies, I was like, oh Noah, sweetie, you're gonna have a hard fucking time when you deal with the zombie that you can't kill and keeps on fucking following you around and there's nothing you can do about it. And of course he's like, there ain't no fucking way that's real. You're fucking lying. You lie to me all the fucking time, you bitch. There's no way that there's an invincible fucking zombie. And I was like, okay. And of course, like 5 hours pass in the game, and he finally gets to a certain part where Mr. X is revealed. Mr. X is revealed. And Mr. X has like an introduction. And you have enough time to react from that introduction, so to speak. Where you can either stand and shoot and then learn, uh-oh, this ain't gonna work. Or you can run the fuck away and just give into your feral instincts there. Noah decided the option to stand and shoot and shout at the top of his lungs and wake up his mom. He was sitting at the end of a fucking hallway, mag dumping, and just shouting at the top of his lungs, "You're not real! You're not supposed to exist! You can't hurt me!" He fucking shot every last bullet he could. Meanwhile, the guy is slowly fucking walking towards him in a leisurely pace, slowly getting closer. And as Noah's shouting all of that you're not real, you don't exist, you can't hurt me, he just clocks him right in the goddamn face. Noah then proceeded to fucking run around the entire game's map for the next 5 minutes, screaming, very angry, and got to the point where he got trapped in the corner, paused the game, and unplugged his goddamn... He unplugged his PlayStation. He didn't even bother to quit the game, quit the application, do any number of solutions. He literally physically walked up and then fucking unplugged the cord from the back of the fucking system. Bear in mind, this occurred like 3 years ago, and he would have been like fucking 21 years old. I repeat, you're not real. You don't exist. You can't hurt me. Let's see. There's too many stories, and a lot of them I can't talk about because they're TOS. Oh, here's a good one. Okay. So here was the thing in Jackbox. We were playing Jackbox with Colton, and Colton, as we know, is a proficient speller. Don't worry about it, I'll read it. Shut up. It's not real. It doesn't exist, you can't hurt me. Okay. So, the prompt was in the game. You've lost your eyesight. A revolutionary pair of glasses gives you vision back, but they're defective. They continuously show, and then you fill in the blank. So it's like they continuously show people falling off a trampoline. So you can see again, but now you have to watch people fucking falling off a trampoline. So what does Colton fucking type in? You've lost your eyesight. A revolutionary pair of glasses gives you your vision back, but they're defective. They continuously show if you want to see again, cock bag, and everything you're viewing. Do you use them? I don't know if I don't even know what I need to add to that. I'm glad Brill still gets to get that on the tail end of things. You also have instances where Colton has fallen through the floor, so we commemorated it with the Jumanji. God, this makes me want to just stream with Colton. He really does need to get back to Dark Souls. Oh, gosh. Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer a promotion for your channel. I will destroy you. Anyways, something, 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 I do need to stream more, something, 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 I will stream more, something, 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 fuck ass the bear. Oh gosh. Anyways, Glitter, I have something I need to ask, show, tell you, so on and so forth. One, I have a cute little witchy box. And I guess Sweeter can see it too because I didn't bring it up earlier. I am a very chaotic person, in case it has not been revealed previously. So you're just checking out at a fucking Michael's art store, and the next thing you know, you're at the register, and you get to look at this chaotic entity, and then they just randomly pull out fucking scary witchy box, and then they just like spin it around on the counter, and then just go, if you're interested, I can make you a little origami bird today if you want. What do you do? Do you punch them in the face? What is the reaction? What is the appropriate course of action that you take? Honestly, fair. So anyways, Glitter, I have made a lot of origami birds. And I'll show you them in our DMs in a second. But, okay, that was really weird. I put my finger right here and the damn thing did a flip. So, I was gonna, and I am. Glitter, I'll message you in the DMs about it, but I'm going to make you a jar of little birds. If you don't want them, then I don't have to, that's fine. Like, that is the only way that you can do that. Yeah! And of course they have little lights in them. You probably saw that on Instagram as well. What you might not have seen was yesterday at 5 in the morning, I finally managed to digitize my colors, because what I do in the store is I make an origami bird for someone with this, and if they really like it, I also offer them a second offer, and I'm like, if you really like the first one, if you really want, I'd be more than glad to make you a little jar right here. And I always insist that I don't want to charge anybody anything, because those jars just cost $2, and it's like, I don't care, $2 is no big deal, whatever. The only thing is now is I have 65 of these to make. 65. There's 150 birds in here. I have not timed myself, but every time I have made one of these, it's like usually 9 hours. So 9 hours times 150 birds. No, 9 hours times 65 jars. And then, you know, that's how much time you're spending, and then you take that and you also add in, like, multiply 65 by 150 birds, and it's like you're already at like 7,000 cranes already. All I have to say, I have a little fucking swatch of colors that I carry around, and I ask people, what are you feeling? What color do you think is prettiest? Do you want one where it's just pink, 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 pink? Do you want all purples? Do you want green, blue, red, da 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 da? And so it's been difficult. And it has taken me over like a fucking month and a half to find the time in the day, to find the energy, to find this, to find that. And all I have to say, getting to the point here, I just posted this on Instagram at 5 in the morning last night. You can view this whenever you want, Glitter, at your own leisure. This is my fun way that I wanted to go about putting the colors on Instagram for people to decide what they fancy. Because I didn't want to just take photos of this and let that be the end of it. Because that's boring, it's stupid, I like being extra, I'm a silly person, and it's how I am. So, the way I wanted people to choose colors was... I sure hope that was not obnoxiously loud. So, really it is pretty much just whatever shade you think is pretty, and you go from there. And of course, I have a lot more than just the 9 colors. And again, that song is so aggressive, it just starts and kicks you in the face. Well, you said that message at the exact right time. And then you got that. It was so dumb trying to get a picture of the fucking Kingdom Key, because I didn't get to talk about this earlier, but I guess I'll just do it for the sake of the recording of this video. When I was making this idea, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just have a bunch of cranes, and I'm just gonna take one picture of a crane, and it's gonna be one crane, and it's just gonna be a different color, and that's gonna be the end of it. But then I was like, okay, how many do you put on one picture? You know? Is it like overwhelming looking at 30 different colors all at once? I didn't want to just make it like, here's a square of a fucking color and you go from there. That's just boring and silly. I don't like that.
This match will get red hot.
And
Now go.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna just like make a jar, put a crane in a jar, change the color of the crane, and that was gonna be the way I displayed it. Then somewhere in all my manic, crazy energy, I was like, I'm gonna put them on shelves because that's fun. And then the shelf turned into, okay, put one jar on every thing and then put cranes in them, and it was a whole thing. And then it turned into, fuck it. Take pictures of random crap around my room and edit it into all those photos. So every single little object, item, everything that's a silhouette in those pictures are all straight up random shit from my room. That I did at 3 in the morning and hope for the best that it looked nice. I know, but it's not fuck-ass the bear. And I didn't even show this one last time. This last one looks so crap because I just straight up gave up on it. I just was too tired and I was like, just get it out. But it is the best song. So a lot to say. Whenever you get time, you're free to look at this thing on Instagram, see what colors you fancy, what you think is pretty, what you think is ugly, and you just send me whatever those names are. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, you can't say that. But otherwise, whenever you do end up selecting colors that you fancy, Glitter, much like I just did for Brillos, I'm not going to do anything until you select them. And then after you select them, I'm going to take a picture of them with my phone, like so. And, god damn it, Glitter. I'm going to take a picture of the colors with my phone, just so you can actually see them, like, on paper, to make sure you fancy those. And then once you say, okay, I like the ones that are on the paper, and then I'm going to get started on your jar, and then everything will be good to go. Just, letting you know. And whenever you have free time this week or sometime, I don't know, blah, 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 I'd be more than glad to teach you on how to do an origami bird as well. It's not as difficult as you think, and I know you're intelligent, so if you really fancy a little bit of a demonstration on how to do it, I'd be more than glad to do that. And I don't use origami paper. Origami paper is way too expensive, and a girl ain't got money for that. So I just use printer paper and I cut it up into small little squares, and rest is history. I'm pooped. Um, there. I gotta check on something now. Okay. I do probably have to go to bed in a minute because I have work tomorrow. But I feel like I'm obligated legally or otherwise to make an origami bird on stream at least once today. But in the meanwhile, how are you doing, Glitter? How is our happy little family doing? I really should time myself down on these. Oh no. You better start buying that boy a car, because he's about to start driving around if he's gonna keep hauling around like that. I don't even know what that meant, but I just said it anyway, so we're just gonna live with it. How long until you start making him play Zelda? Because I feel like that's all but a guarantee now. Folding Crane ASMR, go. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I have a fucking story for you. Okay, I have to tell the story and then I probably have to go to bed. As much as I don't want to. So, I have been working at that art store, Michael's, as I've told you. And I don't know if I really did tell you the whole deep thing about it, but yes, I've been making origami cranes and bringing them into work and giving them out to sweet little customers. There you go. And yeah, I mean, I've met some very interesting people, most of them very sweets. Sadly, a lot of people that have been going through some hard times because, you know, it's a hard world out there right now. And thankfully I've been making them nice and happy and doing a small little thing for them. I have met some very unique people. Today is definitely not one of those exceptions. I had a gentleman come into the store. He was kind of a portly gentleman, and as soon as I saw him and kind of his mannerisms and stuff, I kind of expected him to be like of a European descent and a European energy. Specifically also because it is very normal for my store in particular to get a lot of people from all over the world. Because I live right on the fucking Navy base. So I have had customers just in this week. I have gotten Australians, Irish people, French, Russian, Eastern Asian, Western Asian, and I met one guy from Chile as well, so I guess we even covered South America. And it's anyone's guess if there's like anyone from Africa. But all to say, I've met a lot of people. So I saw this lovely gentleman come in, and he was giving some, you know, European energy. And I was like, okay, let's see if he has an accent, or maybe it's just, you know, he's like a third generation or whatever, right? And, you know, he was absolutely sweet already as soon as I was checking him out at the cash register. And he was very chatty and very cute and all this. And I saw his fucking hat. And his hat said, like, something something, and it had the Greek flag on it. And I was like, oh no! I met another Greek person. And I was like, kind of trying to get out of my shell, because I'm still usually an anxious mess when I'm out in public. But I was like, oh, I have to talk to him about the hat. I have to know if he's actually Greek. And he was like, yes, of course I'm Greek. Oppa! And then he saw my name tag on my fucking vest. And he saw it. He stopped everything he was doing. He went silent for a second. And he fucking looked at me. And he just fucking went, oh, my beautiful goddess of wisdom, Athena! Hello, my dear! And I was just like, oh! What a sweet little man! God, it was so cute. And as it turned out, we have a local Greek Orthodox church. And that Greek Orthodox church, every year, a couple of times, does a Greek festival. It's just like a Greek community, whatever. And turns out, I met one other lady that was Greek, maybe like last month or so, and she was like, yeah, go to the Greek festival, they're wonderful. And, you know, she was sweet and what have you. And this guy, as it turns out, he is the fucking guy that started the Greek festival. He is the guy that not only started it, he is still the head honcho of the whole thing. And he runs it and organizes it and everything else. And he added me on Facebook. And he is going to teach me Greek. And he has still been nothing but an absolute sweetheart. And this absolutely little goofy little sweetie pie of a man, he bought something, then had to go back to the car for something with his wife, came back in, did a return of an item that didn't work out for him, and then went back to the car for his wife again, and then went back into the store a third time, and then purchased something a third time. And it was like every single time we're just having these lovely little conversations each and every time. And lo and behold, after the first time, he ran around the store trying to find my manager after I checked him out. And he was just like, I want to tell you, this little Athena at the register, I absolutely love her. She is so fucking sweet. And all of this, just giving me compliments to my manager. And then after I did the refund, same thing. He ran around trying to look for my other manager in the store. And just trying to give me all these compliments and just being like, you know, she is so lovely and wonderful. And I was just like, oh, I needed this. But yeah, I'm telling you, I have made so many little origami birds. And half the time when I'm doing them, I'm always thinking about you and your family and how much they would have been thrilled. Because, like, I get little babies in there all the time, little kids, itsy bitsy, every shape, size, and everything. And, you know, I've had little kids that got an origami bird and straight up start jumping up and down for joy. Like, they are just so excited about such a small little treasure that day. I've had elderly people as well come in and be absolutely floored and thrilled with, you know, just getting something as simple as a cute little bird. But yeah, I don't know. It's been a lot. It's exhausting because I do have to like keep up the energy because I do want to, you know, I don't want to phone it in. Not because I give a shit about Michaels, not because I give a shit about retail or whatever, but frankly, it's just a hard fucking world out there right now, and I don't want to, you know, be asleep at the steering wheel, so to say, and I want to keep trying to make small little moments for people to make their day better. But yeah, no, my brain's kind of slowing down because I'm like, God. But yeah, it's been interesting. There's been, you know, some cranky customers, unfortunately, to say the least. But generally, it's been pretty crazy. I brought in 1,000 of the origami birds 2 Fridays ago. And, you know, it's 1,000 fucking birds. That's a lot. That's not a small number. And I was like, okay. It's 1,000. It should last a couple of days. It should last a couple of days. Putting it into perspective, it is as big as this box. This whole box was full to the top, almost to the point where I had to literally punch it down to really put it into perspective. It's big. And like I said, I thought it would have lasted a couple of days. It lasted 4 hours. I have gone to other Michaels stores. I have given cranes to their employees. I have given like fucking 50 of them to their break room for them to give out to their coworkers and whatnot. I have given them to the Target across the street. I gave them like 100 to give to their coworkers and stuff. I had been to a USPS store, and the gentleman at the cashier was like on his first day, so he was learning the ropes and he was a little nervous and trying to figure it out, and he was very apologetic and very sweet. So I was like, you know, trying to calm him down. So I was like, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Walked out to my car, grabbed the box of cranes, and I was just like, do you guys just like want a bunch of fucking cranes? And then of course everyone in the store was like, holy fuck, yeah. So they just took 175 of the suckers. And now they have 175 that they've been giving out to customers and to the people that work there, of course. Trying to think else. If I go to drive-thrus now, I now like give the person at the window like, here's a bunch of origami birds. Restaurants, it happens as well. Whenever I go to like sit-down restaurants, I usually make a bunch of them and I leave it for the waiter or for whomever, really. I have got some really depressing stories that I don't think I really want to bring down the mood and tell about. But just to say that, like I said, there's a lot of people out there that are having some very hard times out there, and just doing that one small little thing has made their fucking week, and it keeps me going. One of the craziest things that I am going to have to live with for the rest of my life, knowing this knowledge in my head. I had 2 very sweet little elderly ladies come in, and English was like their second language, I would say. And despite that, we kind of got through the English barrier a little bit by bit, and they told me that they would like some origami birds because they saw me doing them for another customer. And, you know, it was before I was going to offer them, because usually I offer them at the end of the thing so that way I don't impede on anybody's business and whatnot. And so I was like, oh yeah, sure, you guys can take a couple and make a couple, go right ahead. And so I made them, and they were so enthusiastic, and only after I made them and I handed them to them, they looked at me and they're like, our father loved doing origami. He loved it. We're going to his funeral today. And they are putting those origami birds that I made for them in that store in his coffin. So it's very humbling and very wild to know that for the rest of my life, for the rest of time and nauseum, somewhere out there, not only are my birds going to be out there, but my birds are going to be out there in someone's actual resting place for eternity, so to say. That's insane. Now I've gotten to be problematic, however, because now I will just ask customers at the end, do you want me to make you an origami jar? And like I said, now I'm at 64. I have a jar. This one actually is for a girl at a different Michaels store, one of the cashiers. I made one for my tattoo and piercing shop. So I went in there today to give her the jar and just to ask her a question about something. And she not only fucking got me the piercing that I needed because I wanted to get a different ring that was bigger. she got me that by complete surprise. And she also was like, I love you, you don't even need to pay for it. This would have cost me like $30. And she just gave it to me for free. Simply because, frankly, she's a sweetheart in her own right. But also she just loved the crane so much and the jar that I made her and whatever. I can do that for you. I have a lot of purple shades, so you just let me know when you get around to looking at all the colors, and we can definitely do that for you. Because, like, I already have a bunch of other stuff I need to mail you. It's complicated. Just know that there is stuff in my room right now that is, you know, going to the glitter dimension, if you will. So just adding on a bunch of extra cranes and a bunch of other extra silly stuff, that is no problem. I'm totally game for that. That's actually what I did not want to bring up. Because I was thinking of you immediately when it happened. I had a lady that was unfortunately in the same position as you, where that exact same thing happened. And she was going to Michael's to pick up flowers because she was unfortunately going to the funeral parlor that afternoon. And so I made her a bunch of origami birds, and of course she wanted a little jar as well. And she decided on going for a rainbow jar because it's all the colors and, you know, probably would have contained one of their favorite colors and whatnot. And out of all the cosmic coincidences on Earth, that lady that had that horrible incident happen, the girl in line right behind her overheard our conversation and us discussing that and, you know, her tragedy she went through. And the girl behind her, like, jumped into the conversation and was like, I'm so sorry that that happened to you. That just happened to me last year. So the next thing you know, those two are talking to each other with me just about, kind of next to my register, for the next 30 fucking minutes. And they're both bonding and having a, you know, a moment to kind of collect themselves with someone else who experienced the same exact tragedy. To which I say, what are the odds, right? How utterly insane is that? So yeah, and if all else fails, by the way, if you think you want something other than like a jar, I can do anything you want. I can do a lantern, like so. I can do bigger, I can do smaller, I can do any color you fancy. All you need to do is just kind of take a little bit of that creative brain of yours, come up with something that you think would look nifty, and we can do that for you. I also have another anecdote that I think will warm you up. So, last shift I was on Monday, I had a... Oh, it can survive weather. That's no problem. I can definitely make that happen. So, we had a family of 5 come in, and it was like a circus trying to make all those cranes really fast and get out the door, because I had to clock out in like 5 minutes on my shift. And long and short of it is I was doing it and I had to run in back and forth and other things. It was really wacky. And I had a woman come in at the front entrance and she shouted across the store, "Where's the bathroom?" She didn't do it in a negative way. I don't want to make it come across that way. It was just, you know, she needed to get my attention. So she was okay. It was no problem. But she was like, "Hey, where's the bathroom?" And I was like, "Oh, it's over there," you know, whatever. And she saw me doing that. And then after she saw me doing that, she kind of made a segue over back to me, and she was like, "Hey, are you making birds by chance?" And I was like, "Yeah, do you want one?" And she was like, she didn't know what the fuck was going on or what to expect. And so I just handed her one that I already made, and then she was like, "Oh my god, I love that." And so of course I gave it to her. She loved it. And then she was like, and I was like, "Yeah, I can make you another color, whatever you're feeling, and you just do it when you check out." And she's like, "Oh, okay, I think I want a yellow one." And I was like, "Okay." So then again, I had to start running back and forth in the break room to the front to do the other 5 crayons, and the whole thing was complicated. Got the 5 crayons for that family done. Ended up checking out and clocking out, and I'm off the clock now. I'm good to go. And so I had that yellow crane made while I was running around, and I had to track her down in the store. It was like a game of fucking Where's Waldo trying to locate her. And I found her, and I learned that she was not there by herself. She was there with a daughter or maybe a family relative. I don't know what the relation was, but just, she was there supervising a child. And of course, the child was the one that wanted the yellow crane, and she was so thrilled about that and having a great time. And I was just like, if you guys think you need any help finding anything, I'd be more than glad to help you, even though I'm off the clock. Just trying to be nice. And I ended up staying there with them for another fucking hour after my shift already ended. Until the store literally closed and they had to kick us out. They were trying to do a diorama for the child's school project, and it warmed my heart because as the night was going along, they were like, "I want you to make more cranes and birds for us because I want to put those birds in our little diorama." So as the night went along, I made a bunch of them, and I ended up making a good 15 or so for them. And the mother or the parent or the whomever, the older person, got 5 cranes, and the child ended up with 10 or so. And while we were running around the store, they were like, I offered them, of course, "Do you guys think you want a jar or whatever? It wouldn't cost anything, da 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 da." And, they were like, "Yes." So they ran over to the jar aisle. They grabbed one jar that was a little bit bigger than a salt shaker, and they put the 10 cranes for that little girl in that salt shaker. And then the lady proceeded to get a jar that was in the shape of a heart, yay big. And she put her 5 cranes in there. And she was like, "I'll text you, here's my phone number, and I can get the rest from you whenever you can do it and you have the time, don't even sweat it." And she was just sweet about the whole thing. So she not only decided to buy the jars herself, she bought the jars herself and bought one for that little girl as well. Now also my cranes are in her school project, and let's see if I can't. Look how cute that is, though. That's so cute, though. And so, that just happened last Monday, and that picture just arrived on my cell phone this morning. So, that's fun. I don't know. There's a purpose to the story somewhere. I honestly just don't know where it is going. I guess the moral of the story really is there are good people out there, and that isn't to put me in that position. There's just a lot of very sweet people out there that are just don't know how to do it. They don't know how to exert that goodness, but if given the opportunity, they'll do sweet stuff like this right here. And there's certainly a lot of people that are going through a lot of crap as well, to say the least. And there is a lot of silly people, I mean not a lot, but there are silly people such as myself that will go above and beyond and do wacky stuff like this photo is demonstrating here in all these stories that I've been telling. All that to say, running out of breath. All that to say, if you ever do have the time of day, because I know being a mom is the busiest job on earth, to say the least, if you fancy, I would suggest getting into small little stuff like that. It doesn't need to be origami necessarily. It can be small little doodles that you can do in like 5 seconds, 10 seconds. It can be like making little silly little bracelets that don't cost more than like $2 or something. Because like you get those cheap little string ones. I don't know, just small little things. You know? I have found them to be a profound way to really connect with people and really, you know, lighten someone's load in a day. Because again, I'm a very introverted person. If you see me out in public, I'm stone-faced, I have resting bitch face, I'm very quiet, I keep to myself, I'm nervous as anything, I'm shaking like a leaf on the inside, so on and so forth. But as soon as I started fucking doing these little birds, it's all over. I have just been constantly on the attack, just trying to fucking do my small part, trying to make people's days. And I don't get a yes every single time, of course, but it doesn't stop me from asking. So, I don't know. I guess there's a testament in here somewhere, like I said. Some of it I'm just saying it just for the sake of having it, you know, being recorded for future prosperity, I guess. But yes, I would love to make you some fun little origami birdie babies. Well, thank you. You're very sweet. I look like a raccoon right now, but it is still very sweet of you to say that. And it doesn't help that my hair is being silly. Like, I have bangs now. I just need to learn how to deal with it. Yeah. I needed this. That was why my Discord name is the way that it is. Because I've been wanting to have my hair purple for a literal lifetime. But family this, money that, insecurity this, self-image issues that, and the list goes on. And I really needed it. Because otherwise I'm not able to work retail. I'm gonna just fall apart on the inside, you know? I'm gonna be a miserable little mess. Running out of energy. Not to mention I went thrifting. I have not bought in clothing, like, and I mean full on any clothing, in the last 16 years. Just full stop. Never been shopping. So this little dress right here only cost $4. All because we went thrifting at a thrift store. And we got very lucky. And I got these boots. These are brand new at a thrift store for $3. And not only that, they were my exact size. So that was like, you know, destiny. You're not kidding. And then I have a cute little Greek boy hat. It's just chaotic, but I like it. And then I bought this on Amazon for like $10. That's the other fun thing. With all these people that I've been reaching out to and meeting, with all these origami birds in these jars, I've had people like go, I know you don't accept any payment, but would you like me to knit you a hat? Would you like me to knit you a blanket? Would you like me to make you a wristband? So, I have a bunch of very sweet little crafty people that are apparently going to be making me a lot of crap, so... All I can keep on saying is that, I guess again the lesson here is that there is genuinely a lot of very sweet people out in the world. It's just, it's difficult for them to make themselves known. Because, you know, when you're out in public and when you're out shopping and whatever, it doesn't feel like you're around people. Because they're just blobs. You know, they're just creatures you walk past, you don't make eye contact with, you don't talk to, you don't do nothing. But, you know, if you get in a fortunate enough position in which you are able to talk to them and you're able to discuss things, you know, you'll find there's very beautiful people out there. No kidding. So that's why I'm saying, I can teach you how to do origami. And next time you think you're like just going out or whatever, honestly just give it to the person at the cash register. It'll start a beautiful little conversation, you'll make their day, and you'll feel good about it yourself. And you don't need to make them as small as I do, I'm just extra. But otherwise, like I said, if not origami, just a cute little doodle. Like, draw a picture of a frog in like 15 seconds. Just small, little, simple, tiny, itsy-bitsy things. A girl? Why do you think I'm crafty? I'm crafty because of the autism. Don't you even. That is my superpower as far as all this is concerned. Oh my god. No way. Honestly, tell her about some of my silly stories. Because if nothing else, honestly, you'll make friends through it. It's a good way to get your foot in the door. Okay, you know, fair. I also, you know, of course, do the same. So I got you there. And I have a big sneeze coming on, and I'm not looking forward to it. But of course, it's not going to actually sneeze because it has that tickling sensation, and it's so silly, and I hate it. But yeah, you should dye your hair. You would look really cute with dyed hair. Although I really like your blonde hair. And also, I totally get that. I couldn't even tell you half the games that are releasing right now. Oh my god. I don't imagine it looked that bad though. Probably looked nice. Yep. Okay, that's fair then. I know Platinum Blonde is incredibly difficult. And I assume any blonding is very difficult. So, it's probably nothing that you did wrong. It's just, I think it's the nature of the beast with that stuff. Do it. It's like, you deserve to have fun with it, you know? It ain't easy being a mama. You gotta treat yourself sometimes. Yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. Hell, I'm 28 and I still was getting the same crap. I won't tell anyone if you won't. But yeah, it's the same way. I totally get it. But I think even if you did it without telling her, or, you managed to get it done despite her, I think she might be surprised, because I think she might, after seeing you have colored hair that you enjoy, I think she might just be like, yeah, you know what? With how happy it makes you, like, go off. Because my family was not fond of the idea of me doing the hair that I did. But after everyone's seen me, it's like I'm giving off a different flavor of confidence. And everyone's just like, hell yeah. You would look so good with blue or purple, though. I may or may not be biased. But you would look absolutely stunning. You could always try playing around with, like, wigs. Pink is very difficult. Pink's gonna give you trouble. Unless you do, like, I guess, a really aggressive pink. Yeah, see, that might be trouble then. Because I feel like the whole thing with that would be, like, it'd wash out really quickly, you know? And, like, your natural, like, natural blonde would start coming out. I had a hat I wanted to show you. And I actually just found it by sheer accident. I thought of you as soon as I saw that child walk in. It was so cute. I sent it to you on Discord. There was a little girl that came in. I never knew that you're brunette. Oh my god, that's awesome. I had a little girl that came into the store, and she was wearing that Pikachu hat that I just sent you. The whole hat lights up. And if you move the little sides on it, like the ears like wiggle. It was the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen. And it's like, where was this when we were growing up? It's so cute. You so would. Of course you'd say that. They have unicorns that do it. They have penguins. They have koala bears of all things. Cheetahs, lions, wolves. They have a duck. Cows. They have a crab. Ghost Pokemon is life. Brillos was drawing a butt. A Pokemon butt. I don't have an answer for you on why she was doing that, but she did. And she's something. I don't know how the hell she does it. I need to convince your mom to let you get your hair dyed purple, though. I'm so in on that. Yeah, I don't know, like I said, I don't know why she did that, but we ended up with butt. That boy got some big booty. Oh, I'm sure. Still. You deserve it. You look so good. Heck, I think your family would love it. Little Athena and everyone? Sheesh. I'm sure they'd have a fun time with that. Oh, I know. Girl, I was living that. It's the damnedest thing when they do that crap to you. Okay. So, before I start zoning out again, I think I probably do need to go to bed because I do have to work tomorrow. But I'm very happy that you stopped by, Glitter. You absolutely lovely little thing, you. And I do definitely want to get your jar underway sooner rather than later so I can get that whole box of stuff that I have ready for you guys. And I gotta also stop forgetting to message you as well, because every time I love chatting with you, I love it, but I keep getting so distracted with everything else. That, and I have to start talking to your mom and tell her what's what. Tell her that purple hair looks good, damn it. Oh, you're so sweet. You are too much. Honestly, Brillos and I talk about you all the fucking time. And every time we talk about you, it's always what you just said. We always are just like, God, Glitter's so fucking cool. And we just constantly go off about how sweet you are. We don't discuss your war crimes that you committed in Pummel Party, however. We stay away from that topic. I mean, I can fix that. I have a very simple solution that will also make it so that I get better about reaching out as well. There. We did it. Well, now I created a group chat for all of us. And that should make things a lot easier about keeping us all together. I have a friend that did the same exact thing. She got so obsessed with it because she's a big Disney kid. As you bloody deserve. You have been through hell and back, little lady. You definitely deserve your happily ever after. Oh, yeah, no kidding. And again, as you deserve. I have to think of other silly little game recommendations for you. I might have an idea or two. It just might take me a minute to think about something. Oh, are you excited? I got the burps, the belches, and everything else inside me. Are you excited for the Epic Mickey remaster? I have a feeling that seemed like a game that was up your alley back in the old days when it first came out. Were you ever interested in it? Like, you know, if you ever had the time to learn anything about it? Now that's a game series I've never heard of. Explain to me the plot in 5 seconds or less. Exactly. Oh, down I go. Wow. Okay. I'll be making sure I message that group chat more instead of being a big stinky. Yeah, you can't prove that. There's nothing there. Don't worry about it. Nothing to see here. Nothing at all. Don't worry about it. Nope. It'll work. Nope. Other arm. Oh no. Okay. Alright, lady. Alright, little lady. That was uncalled for. Nobody needed that. And I can also hit you with a... No, it wasn't. It was bad. I'm not encouraging your bad behavior. God. I will have to keep streaming again. I'll probably try to more. Because now I have to sort of accept the fact that I'm never going to finish the crap that I keep on adding with, like, Battleship and everything. And I just have to sort of, you know, make it up as I go along, I guess. And I'll probably stream some Kingdom Hearts, because I usually do. Otherwise, I don't know, I'll have to do more casual stuff. Yeah, no. You really should get back to it, because I liked watching your streams. They were fun little casual stuff. Oh, I have some friends coming in on this Friday, March 1st. They will be visiting with me until March 8th. And we will be playing Mario Party. Oh, I know. We will be playing Mario Party in real life. And I probably will stream that. And you know there's going to be a lot of shouting and a lot of fucking friendships being ruined as well. So be ready for that. Oh, I know. I've been hearing about all that. But yeah, you really should just stream anyways and just forget about it. Everyone loves you. I've really heard no one ever talk bad about you except for her. And even like Sweeter and like people from Brillo's community are just like, hell yeah, we love glitter. And like I said, every time I talk about you with Brillo's, we're always just like, hell yeah, we love glitter. She's sweet. I don't even know why I'm folding these right now. Honestly, you should. It would give me an excuse to hang out with you more. Because I'm always just like doing random crap. And I'm always just putting on random YouTube videos in the background or whatever, you know? So I'd be so totally down to just have one of your streams playing. Do it. Yeah, do it, do it, do it. Play some Kingdom Hearts. Not that you need to. But it's like, honestly, I never had a problem watching Kingdom Hearts when Brillo's played it. It's like, I've played it a billion times and I'll play it a billion more and I'll watch it a billion more. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I forgot that was coming out. Oh, that's a really good point. For sure. And I know you love your bug fables as well. I watched you play a bit of it. But then I got busy. But I liked what I saw. Bug fable seems very neat. And you haven't changed at all then. You gotta start streaming your games that you want to get off your game list. Otherwise, you're gonna keep on playing those live service games. Honestly, yeah. Still trying to get used to that ring I got. It's very weird. Okay. Now, I think I do need to go to bed before I get stuck on the floor and I fall asleep on the floor, because it happens a lot more than I care to admit. So, not a new piercing. So, I got this piercing done. Not last year, so not 2023. I got it done November 2022. And it was a small little septum piercing, like a small little horseshoe. And then maybe 8 months after that last year, so maybe like July of last year, I got it sized up to just a bigger, like, so it hangs lower. And I wanted to go one more size bigger, which is what I'm at right now. So I started at 16, it went to 14, and I wanted to go to a 12. And it took me like a good 9 months or so to get to the 12 where I am right now, because the jar that I posted on Instagram, the purple one, I made that for the girl that does all my piercings, because frankly, I am terrified of needles, I am terrified of shots, I am terrified of the idea of getting pierced. It scares the ever-living crap out of me. And so it was a big deal when I first got my nose pierced, because it scared the ever-living crap out of me. But I just was like, I want to do it. I want to stop being scared. I want to try something fun and silly with my life and, you know, live it up while I can. And so I did it. And the first time I met that piercer, the girl that was piercing me, she was an absolute sweetheart. She was just an absolute little sweetheart. And has always, every time I've come in there, just has been so nothing but sweet and makes me super happy. And so after I got the septum done, I got very confident about going in there and not afraid, because I was like, I know she's going to take care of me. She's not going to make me feel nervous. She's an absolute sweet pea. And so I ended up getting my ears pierced with that little guy, just a simple lobe piercing. And then I got my helix pierced right up here, and I'm probably going to get a second helix piercing and a second lobe piercing. I offered a jar to my piercer when I was in there. Why the heck was I even in there? I can't believe I don't even remember why in the world I went in. Oh, I went in there February 1st because my ball cap was missing and I needed new balls on my septum. And I went in there, she didn't even charge me for the balls. She was an absolute sweet pea. And I offered her one of the jars, and I just got her to that today. And then she was like, here's money. And I was like, girl, I will run out of this store if you dare try to pay me for these little cranes. And so instead, she just gave me this piercing for free. And it's the size that I wanted. I originally wanted a horseshoe like I had the other ones. But I kind of don't mind the ring. It's really kind of nifty. It's unique looking, you know? Yeah, no, she's sweet. So since I have those two friends that are visiting March 1st, they're going to go down to that piercing shop with me again. So we're going to go visit her again next Thursday or next Friday. And I might end up getting a second lobe piercing or another helix piercing. And maybe get a tattoo, which I am scared shitless of because I don't know where I want the tattoo. I don't know how big I want it. And I am scared to death of how much it's going to fucking hurt. Oh, and I also got my belly pierced, too. That one also scared the crap out of me. But honestly, that one hurt the least out of all of them, which kind of surprised the heck out of me. And the biggest part of why I love that store and why I can do it and whatever is like, I ain't making a lot of money at Michael's, let me tell you. I just happen to go there whenever they have a promotion going on. They charge you $20 for the piercing and the jewelry is included, all said and done. That's horrible. I don't even want to ask because that seems so painful and so terrible. Holy crap. Ah. Well, if nothing else, that means you got a good immune system or something. Oh, well, just kidding. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, yuck. Jeez, you just can never catch a break, huh? Well, don't threaten me. Don't tempt me to sneeze on you, little lady. I'll sneeze alright. I still haven't sneezed from earlier. I had that itch in my nose and never came out. Well, let's see if I can get that sneeze out. Okay. Now for realsy reals, I have to sleep before it hits 1 a.m. and then I really get in trouble. Like I said, it was lovely chatting with you, Glitter. You're always such a sweetheart. I absolutely adore chatting with you. And I do want you to stream more, you little thing. Because I want to see more... I don't know. Stream Disney Starlight Valley or something. I don't think I would mind watching that. Stream whatever the heck you want to play. You could stream Diablo and stuff. It's just that with Diablo, it's a lot to really sink your teeth into. So it's going to be hard for me to kind of even follow what the hell I'm looking at. But yeah, I definitely want you to stream more. And I already just have Amazon Prime content, so it's like, let me subscribe to you, lady. I want to give you money. Just take it. Take my subs, please. Do it. Do Dreamlight. You don't need to have a fancy, crazy stream. Like, I'm all about just a chill, casual... You know, just having a good time. I mean, heck, if you think that the kids want to fucking pop on this stream, go for it. I know they can be a little excitable sometimes and be a little... you know, much. But honestly, if like the kids want to like try to play the game with you or participate, like I'd say go for it. As long as they're not like, you know, making you have a headache or whatever. Yeah. And that's what happens when you got a goddess living in the house though, you know. You just can't turn off that godly charm. But I would say, if it ever is something that you're comfortable with, I'd say don't be afraid of just involving your family, you know? It's not like you have to hide them. I know somebody else feels differently, but don't worry about what they think. Like, honestly, no one really minds, and it's just more fun, you know? It's like, ain't no reason in trying to change yourself or, you know, work around someone else's schedule. It's like, you're a mom, that's who you are, you know? Yeah. So give it a try one of these days and see if you don't fancy it. You don't need to do anything special. Don't need to put on a happy face or anything. Just, you know, do it for the heck of it. Like, what do you have to lose, really, you know? And I'm telling you right now, it'll make Brillos very happy, because I know Brillos loves watching you stream. Yeah, hell yeah, let's do it. Okay. And on that note, before it is 1 o'clock in 2 minutes, it was absolutely lovely chatting with you again for like the 5th time. And I'll be looking forward to that stream. And I'll probably be sending you more ghost butts. Ooh, look at that booty. Ooh, look at that booty. Ooh, look at that booty. I don't mind. There's no problem. Good night, Glitter. It was lovely chatting again. But yes, make sure you stream, you little devil. I ain't gonna let you not do it. I'll be watching you. And on stream as well. I'll be watching you in your dreams. Night valleys. You too.